Right quick, folks, 844-249-5247. The call in is 844-249-5247. We're about to get down and dirty.
Yes, we are. We're going to talk about the Jaylen Brown controversy.
Despite despite Wayne calling in about 15 minutes prematurely about this.
Wayne's he's ahead of the times, baby. He's ahead of the game. You know.
We appreciate our callers, so we're not going to attack them too much.
And we don't keep them waiting. We let them come in and jump right in.
They get in here, we bring them in.
We let it go.
Something happened with the Jaylen Brown thing. Here's Stephen A. Smith talking about it, and then we're going to talk about it.
Brown is the guy that averaged 23 points a game this year on 49.9, basically 50% shooting. Jaylen Brown is a dude over the last 4 years that has averaged a minimum of 23 points per game. And clearly the bona fide second option of the Boston Celtics behind Mr. Jason Tatum. Jaylen Brown, if you're going to call Jason Tatum 1, Jaylen Brown is clearly 1A. Some folks call him. Yet, he's not on the Olympic team. He's not on Team USA going to Paris. Try to win the gold with LeBron and Embiid and Steph and Devin Booker and Kevin Durant and Anthony Edwards. Hell.
Well.
Things delayed.
Could have said a lot worse.
Oh, well, God forgive us, Lord. Forgive us.
Forgive us, Lord.
Sometimes with these sportscasters, we try to get the part of them that says the good stuff and leave out the part that don't say such good stuff, but we didn't get that delay quick enough. We apologize.
That beat thing then.
We apologize.
We apologize. But the point that he's bringing up is, okay, guys, Halliburton's on the team. There's 3 guys on the team not named Jaylen Brown. And should anybody be upset, or are you upset? Any of you callers out there upset about it, and what do you think about it? Well, Marlon, let's get your take.
Well, I don't think anybody should be upset. I just think nobody's surprised. I mean, it's mind-boggling, and it's so obvious that there's something in the background that we're not privy to. You know, we can all talk about it. It gives us plenty to talk about. But Jaylen Brown, he's clearly being, cut out of some things. Even he was surprised when he got the MVP award. He said he never wins anything, And then, for someone who just won the Eastern Conference MVP and then the Finals MVP, and then to be overlooked, and then. You know what they did? They said, you know what, we're going to go in your own backyard and pluck the flower, the brightest, one of the brightest flowers out of your yard, but we're not going to knock on your door and tell you about it. And they said, we're going to get Derek White, and that just, I think we're hitting on something. The team is stronger than that. The cohesiveness of that team is stronger than whatever it is they're trying to do. Derek White doesn't need to apologize to anybody. And Jaylen, he expresses his acknowledging that he's being slighted, but he didn't attack anybody.
No.
So, I think it's good for us to talk about, but it's no secret that they're just not picking him for whatever reason. Is it his politics? Is it his religion? Is it, what is it? We don't know.
Well, our challenges are greatest in the dark. Okay, so when nobody's looking, those are your biggest challenges because you think nobody's watching. So while they're not playing together as the Celtics, and they're kind of weed them out separately at things such as this, is to cause controversy. So who they truly are is going to shine now. And it has to shine now, because if it doesn't shine, then they will cause controversy on the Celtics court. So they have to see the whole picture, like I said earlier. They have to see the whole picture of what's going on. They've said it that Jaylen Brown's not marketable. Why? Because he ain't got no drama with him, or because he's a stand-up guy and speaks his mind. He got the MVP for a championship. There's no reason why he shouldn't have been selected and had the choice to say yeah and nay. So they skipped over him, maybe because he supported Kyrie when the Nike dropped him. Maybe not. We don't know. But again, I think the full picture is causing controversy because they don't want to see the Celtics win like they did, this year again. They don't want to see that. So between that and all the stuff that's going on in the trade world, they are making moves to try to see this through. But the strong shall survive.
Well, guys, I guess strong survive. I guess the weak survive too. But what I'm going to say on this. Sometimes when you win, you really lose. And sometimes when you lose, you really win. And sometimes when you win, you really don't win or lose. You just kind of tie. Sometimes when you lose, you just kind of tie also. This is in the immortal words of Rosie Perez in White Men Can't Jump. What I'm saying is that Jaylen Brown, you actually win by not going because you get a longer rest. Okay, if they're trying to, slight you in a way because maybe you rubbed them the wrong way. Just take it like this: you'll be fully rested when the season starts, and you'll be even more rested when the season ends and you guys are in the playoffs. So you'll be able to take it to whoever is still there in the playoffs and lay the hammer down. So, Jaylen, don't look at it as a negative. Look at it as a positive, because sometimes when you lose, you actually win.
I don't know what the heck you just said, but all I can tell you is that he pick up the phone and call Isaiah Thomas, man. Y'all, and you two have a conversation about being slighted off of a.
Yeah, that's right. Him and Jaylen Brown are very close. Isaiah Thomas and Jaylen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just pick up the phone and just say, "Hey, listen, man, let's chop it up and share these feelings that we're going through." Because I mean, it means something to represent your country. It means something to some of these people. It's more than just a game. So we don't know what it is, but whatever.
Well, go ahead, Mom.
Okay, keep going.
No. I was just going to say, I mean, you're right. He can look at it in a positive way, which he probably will. He's got a lot of experiences in finding the positive in a potentially negative environment, right? This whole, is it Jason or is it Jaylen, or, who's getting a bigger contract? And, he's got a lot of experience in looking over some things. So this is no big deal. I think he's moving on to some other things.
Yeah, he should move on to other things. And look, I wish none of the Celtics were playing on the Olympic team. I don't. They had a long season. They went the furthest in the finals. I mean, they went all the way to the finals. They won it. I think that the Olympics should be for the losers, not the winners of basketball like the Celtics. They should be for losers like LeBron and who else is in there? Halliburton and Joel Embiid. Yes, those guys.
Adebayo.
I think they should be for the losers, not for the winners. I think, as a matter of fact, that the Celtics all of them should have said, we don't even want to be in this. We played so long and so hard. Let the guys who don't have the glory like us go to the Olympics.
Well, why is Embiid in there anyway? Isn't he injured or
supposed to be
injured the whole season, the last half of the season? So if you're so injured, how you play in the Olympics? But the big story is they create controversy with every piece of evidence they can. So it's really not a big deal. Other than looking at it in the eyes of a young man or looking at it in the eyes of an older.
What are you trying to say? Just because I said
I'm just saying.
They rested. I'm old.
Can I have my opinion?
I know where you're going. I know where you're going.
As long as you know where you're going, then you can drive.
Hey, listen. When you were in kindergarten and they brought in lunch and everybody was eating spinach, you don't even like spinach, but they didn't put a bowl of spinach in front of you. They didn't even offer you. They just went right around you. You're going to be looking at them sideways like, how come I don't have no spinach?
Yeah, you got a point. But we're not in kindergarten anymore. We're grown men. We got to look at it, well, and also, guys, this might light a fire under him even more.
Oh, yeah.
I think he's got enough fire, to be honest with you. He's the one guy that everybody waits during a Celtics game to do something to polarize somebody. We're not waiting for Jason Tatum to polarize somebody. We're waiting for Jaylen Brown to do it, and he does it just about every game. He he's got a moment in just about every game where someone says, "Oh man, I shouldn't even have tried to D him up on that one." But Jason Tatum is not the guy that you wait to see someone do something to. It's Jaylen Brown. So listen, man, don't worry about that bowl of spinach, man.
Don't worry about that bowl of spinach.
Hey, listen, what's the saying? I can show you better than I can tell you, right?
Yeah, there you go.
There you go. Hey, listen, our toll-free number is 844-249-5247. 844-249-5247. We are on the subject of Jaylen Brown right now. We're about to move on, so don't wait until we move on. Then you want to call in and talk about what we already talked about.
Jaylen Brown and how upset you are or not. That didn't come out right. Yeah.
Hey, either you're happy or you're not happy. Either it's cold or it's not cold. It's one thing. I don't know, Clay. Yeah, whatever. Listen, the Boston Celtics have enough drama, right? They went through drama last year, and it kind of knocked them down last year. But this year, they showed that they can persevere. They got through all of it. This is the Celtics are not devoid of any drama or controversy. They're
not when Joe Mazzulla, I mean, and not when they win. And Joe Mazzulla wears a shirt that says, "But first, let me thank God."
Right. Yeah.
Right. So they, you know what? I think they're built for the drama.
They are.
I think they're built for the drama. I think they want the drama. This will probably bring them closer together in their initiative and their collectiveness.
Well, it's like a marriage. When you're in a marriage and you assume that, things are good and you go through your different temptations and your trials. And when that wife or that husband holds out and stands in there for you, and then you realize like, okay, so when you see your counterparts, your fellow players who stand up and still do the right thing and don't let things throw them off track, then you get to understand that, okay, we're a whole lot stronger than what we realize that we are. So again, they're going to be a better team next year through the controversy that they're throwing at them. So we thank you guys for causing a little controversy.
Yes,
throw the fire
yes, we do.
Under our Celtics team, and we'll see you next season, and we're gonna show you again
with Paul George on the 76ers and what they get? Mikal Bridges. Who was the guy they got for the Knicks?
Mikal Bridges went to the Knicks.
Mikal Bridges.
Yeah, that to me is the biggest threat to the Celtics. Not that the 76ers getting Paul George is a non-factor, and Klay Thompson going to the Dallas. Who cares? So the Celtics will be fine.
He's still gonna get the ball in Dallas. You know who's gonna get the ball?
Who's gonna get the ball in Dallas? Klay Thompson's gonna be standing on the periphery waiting for the darn ball.
So, I'm on the perimeter, man.
I'm here.
Can I get the ball?
Can I get it? Come on, come on, Doncic. Come on, Luka. Pass the ball.
Pass the ball.
Let me have some of this. So no.
And then he's a hot and cold shooter.
Yeah,
so it's not like he's a great six man. He's gonna come over there. He might hit a couple. He may not hit a couple, and he gets down on himself. And none of them guys are gonna support him. So, woo.